All right, y'all. What's poppin'? We back. We never were here, but we're back. This has been on my mind, in my plans for literally years, and it's finally happening. I'm gonna show you guys this clip because I want you to know I've been about this YouTube business for years. Check it out. It does have, no, it doesn't have a smell like a corn chip smell. It has that, it smells like hair basically, yeah. My name is Leanna. Family's originally from Alabama, Selma, Alabama, where thousands of people walked across the Selma Bridge for voting rights for Black people, actually. Went to the University of Minnesota and got my degree in biology. And now, here I am, and I'm taking my gap year before I go to medical school. I got in, y'all. Later in this video, I'm going to be talking more about my timeline and my process of applying, how many schools did I apply to, how many schools I get interviews at, and how many schools I got into. What have I been doing in my gap year right now? So I actually got a job, and if I'm being completely honest with you guys, the job was not working for me, and we had to part ways. So I actually spent most of my gap year serving. It has nothing to do with the medical field. It has nothing to do with what I want to do, I guess, long term, but actually it was very beneficial to my character development. I've always wanted to serve, and I got to do it in my gap year, and it was actually really nice. I made a lot of money, and I got to work on talking to people I didn't know, talking to people from all different types of backgrounds, and I actually really enjoyed it. Obviously, this channel is called Mind in Medicine. At this point, I already told you I'm going into medical school, so it makes sense why the medicine part is there. But why is the mind part there? So one thing that's really important to me is mental health. I think that being aware of your mental health and knowing how to navigate it and be mindful of it is so important, especially if you're going to pursue a career in medicine, but just really in general, you should be mindful of your mental health and how to take care of yourself and know of things that are affecting you and things that are going on. A lot of my gap year has been trying to prepare myself to be a student physician. As you know, being a doctor is a huge responsibility and requires a lot of different type of traits, and I think one thing that I think about a lot is I need to be mentally prepared to work with patients and take care of them and empathize with them and advocate for them. And I know for a fact, if I can't do that for myself, there's no way I can do that for my patients. So I made sure to really dedicate my gap year to taking care of myself. It's important to know that I didn't spend a lot of time on my mental health during my undergrad, and so I had a lot of work to do during this time off, and I'm definitely still working, but I definitely feel like I'm in a better place than I was during that time. Throughout this channel, I'm going to be giving like tips and ways to constantly keep yourself in mind and take care of yourself, especially if you're going to be pursuing a career that's very time consuming and requires a lot of energy and large mental capacity where you might forget about yourself. Obviously, I'm going to be navigating that myself during medical school because I've never been to medical school and everybody's telling me
you're not gonna have any time at all, so you might as well enjoy yourself now.
Music is a way also that I take care of myself. When I tell you, I don't know what it is, like since I was a kid, music is therapy for me. If I'm going through something, or if I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling away, if I listen to music for an hour, I'm fine afterwards. Everybody's different. Sometimes music is a trigger for people, which I guess, I understand. But for me, I invested money in my headphones because I love music and I have to listen to music pretty much constantly. And so why did I create a YouTube channel? So I kind of just wanted to, one, help people through their journey by telling them what I went through. I did not go through a straight line journey. I think in some ways I would consider myself a traditional applicant, but I think I'm non-traditional in the fact that I did not even think about pursuing a career in medicine until my sophomore year of college. And before that, I wanted to go into fashion and design, and at some point I wanted to go into animal science. Like, I had no idea what I wanted to do. If you are going, like, if you're a pre-med right now, especially if you are a person of color, especially if you are Black, you can feel out of place. It's really easy to feel out of place, especially, even more specifically, if you are African American. It's really easy to feel out of place and feel like you don't belong there. Like, you are, some ways you feel like you are lower than other people. You don't know as much. And I really want to create a space where young Black individuals can know they can make it there if that's what they want to do. If that's not what they want to do, I still want to motivate you to know you can do whatever you put your mind to. And that's what I really want this YouTube channel to be for, to create a space to do that. But just know, you're watching this, I promise you, you can do it. It's okay. Whatever you're going through, it's going to pass. Take care of yourself, keep motivating yourself, and you got this. I want to talk about my medical school results. I took the MCAT about a month before the actual application opened last June. So this process is long. Like I said, it's a year-long process for the application, and you really have to prepare. Like, you have to prepare about a year or two in advance to apply to medical school if you want a good application. And one thing that's really critical about applying to medical school is applying early. You'll hear it all the time. They have a rolling admission, so they take applications as they come. If you apply late, all the spots can be filled at that point, so you need to apply early. So I was really scared about my MCAT score being low, because if it was low, there's really no way I could apply. So I got my MCAT score. You know, it was good enough to apply, so I sent in my application, and at this point I pretty much prepared to apply. So I got all my letters of recommendation, I got everything I needed, and I sent in my application. About a couple weeks later, I started receiving secondaries. Again, I will be going into all of this later. What are primaries, what are secondaries, what are the interview process like? I will go into all that. This is just a general overview. I got my secondaries, and I sent those out. So I applied to 20 schools. So I sent out 20 secondaries, and I was in debt for a very, very long time, like a really long time. At this point, when I sent out my secondaries, I really didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know, I had an idea how competitive I was, but I didn't think I was that competitive. You know, I would be surprised if I got 2 interviews. I got my first interview in August, and then 2 days later, I got another interview. Another week later, I got another interview, and after that, I just kept getting more and more interviews, and I was so surprised because I didn't even think I really, I thought I maybe could get into one school, maybe, but I started getting all these interviews, and it just changed the way that I viewed myself. Actually, I was this whole time, ever since undergrad, I doubted myself. You can interview, but schools won't let you know if you're in or not until a specific date, which was October 15th, I think. At this point, I think I've already interviewed at 5 schools or 6 schools. October 17th, I believe, I got the call from my #1 choice from all the schools I interviewed at that I was accepted, and I got a scholarship. Now, there's more good news. My second choice, I got accepted, I got a scholarship. My third choice, I got accepted, I got a scholarship. 8 interviews, got accepted to 6 schools, and out of the 6 schools, 4 of them I got scholarships at. I started medical school in 1 month, which I'm so excited for, really excited for. I haven't been doing anything. I've been unemployed since COVID because restaurants are closed and stuff, and I already moved to the town where I'm going to be going to school at. But what I want to go to medical school for is to really advocate people that look like me, people who come from communities like me, people who didn't have resources that every human should have, people that are literally dying from racist things that are taught in the medical field, from racist physicians, from just like a racist education system. And I really want to be an advocate for them. If you're watching this and you're a person of color, we need more people like you in the healthcare field. And I am here hopefully to motivate you and hopefully to help you and guide you through that process. Thank you to everyone who's been supporting me so far. I appreciate it so much, and I am so excited to be along this journey with you guys. So that's all I got for you. Until next time, catch my video next Friday. Be on the lookout for it. And yeah, nothing else. Bye.